Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, or good day, depending on where you're from. Welcome back to another live stream. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody's day going so far? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning or good day, depending on where you're from. Welcome back to another live stream. I hope everybody's day is going well. I hope everybody's week is going well. Just going to give some people some time to join before we get into any questions here. Go ahead and make sure I get my announcements completed too. So let me make sure that everybody knows that we are live. Let's take a look here. Good morning or good day, depending on where you're from. Very excited to get back on here with you all. Another day, another opportunity to gain some more conviction in our business. Good morning, good morning, good morning. See what we have here. All right, so it looks like it went live on Twitter. Perfect. So we are live on Twitter and on YouTube. Make sure the Discord announcements go out. Make sure the Instagram announcement goes out. Let's see. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody's day going so far? All right, that one worked. Okay. All right, last one. Take a look. All right. Nice. All right. I think we are good to go, chat. All righty. Okay. Let's see who we have here today. Good morning, M. Stowe. Good morning, Dude, Where's My Stop Loss? Good morning, Mock. Good morning, Rod. Good morning, HMH. Good morning, Mitt. Good morning, Arif. Good morning, AV Dream. Good morning, Brutal Trader. Good morning, Spartan. Good morning, Laz. Good morning, Victor. Good morning, Haynes. Good morning, Weapon. Good morning, Safish. Bob, happy Friday. How are you doing today? Good morning. Captain Royd, good morning. Mario, good morning. Ali, good morning. Maniv, good morning. SWHB, good morning. Trader007, what's up? How are you doing today? How's your day going so far? Ferna, good morning. Hope everybody's day is going well. Hope everybody's week is going well. We have ourselves a beautiful Friday here. Let's get one more day in. Let's make sure that we focus up one more time before we head into the weekend. Happy Friday to you all. Good morning, Rav. Good morning, Island Dreams. Good morning, Shelton. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everybody's day is going well. Hope everybody's week is going well. Let's see how everybody's doing so far this week. Throw a 1 in chat if you're green on the week. Throw a 2 in chat if you're red on the week. And throw a 3 in chat if you've yet to trade this week. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Congrats on the W for London Open. Please understand this. If the executions are not shown on my screen, I did not execute the trade. Okay? I document every single day, but there's a very clear difference of what was executed and what was not executed. When there is not execution labels shown on the chart, I did not execute it. Okay? I've said that for years at this point. I even made a section in my Discord defining the trades I did take versus the trades I did not take. Okay. I learn. I show up. I document my model every single time it happens. But you have to understand the difference between which ones I did execute and the ones that I did not execute. Okay? Just make that clear. So, how is everybody doing so far this week? See a couple ones here. See a couple twos here. See a 3 in there as well. Okay? All right. All right. Well, decent week for me so far. Decent week for me so far. I had 2 wins. I took a unicorn on Tuesday, and then I took an IB on Wednesday. Both of them ended up being winners. You all got to see that win on Wednesday because that was right here on the live stream here on YouTube. Oh, that was a slow burner. Wednesday was incredible. I can't believe that Wednesday worked out. I don't know who was here on Wednesday, but that thing came within it was like a tick or two from the stop loss. Right. It was over here, wasn't it? Where's Wednesday? Tuesday. Oh, right here. This was just incredible. I cannot believe that we won this trade. Look at this. 930. The low of 930 to 1030. The high of 930 to 1030. Look at this trade that I took. I cannot believe I didn't get stopped out on this. We entered, I believe it was this candle right here. We entered near 1030. Man, we literally came within like 2 ticks of the stop loss. That was just insane. Insane. Hey, good morning, Andy Willis or Andy Wills. How are you doing today? Ash, can you please go through a simulation, how you backtest a unicorn model and compare it to what I currently do? It is the same exact way that I run the unicorn model, right? I wait for New York Open. I create a bias heading into New York Open. Then, using that bias, I look for key levels that have SMT. If that occurs, then I'll go down to a lower time frame and look for a breaker block plus an FVG. Right? You backtest the same exact way that you trade. It's the only way that your practice is going to be somewhat realistic. In my opinion, I would rather be forward testing. Okay, trading live is what forward testing is, right? Go get an eval, a cheap eval, and trade live. Simply because you need to feel the feeling of risking money. It will greatly change your executions having real risk on the table. Backtesting doesn't do that for you. So, good morning, Maritimes Trader. How are you doing today? Barraquette, how are you doing today? Droxy, good morning. Muhammad, good morning. Haynes, good morning. Yeah, if you want a quick breakdown of the London. So let's take a look at London real quick. It's clear as day, right? We're quite bearish here. Okay. Quite bearish. So the bearish bias is very clear. Okay. Then if you're bearish, you would want to be looking at higher time frame points of interest that are bearish. So you can see the hourly bearish FEG here. Okay. Additionally, if you go over here, you can see the bearish SMT as well. All right, take a look at the 1600 candle and the 4 a.m. candle. Do that over here on ES. 1600 to 4. So you have a bearish FEG with bearish SMT. Okay. That would allow you to go down to a lower time frame and look for a bearish breaker, right? Here's the breaker. There's FVGs aligned with the breaker, so that makes this a unicorn, right? Bearish breaker plus FVG. You enter at the beginning of the breaker, Stop loss at the high. Right? So that's the London short there. Bearish bias, London open for time, hourly bearish FEG, hourly bearish SMT. Then you go down to a lower time frame, you see a bearish breaker with a fair value gap. Once all of those things happen, right? Once all those things happen, you enter at the beginning of the breaker. Stop loss at the high. Looking for lower prices. So beautiful position there. Amazing short for London traders. But once again, I'll say this clearly, and I've always said this. If my execution labels are not on the screen, I did not execute it. Okay? All right. So, beautiful position there for any London traders. I'm from the US, so I'm sleeping during this time. I will always be sleeping during this time. Hey, good morning, Graham. How are you doing today? I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. You opened up a new eval yesterday to forward test the IB alongside my back test. Very nice. I like that it takes nothing away from my regular trading since it's fully mechanical. Yeah, I do really appreciate how mechanical it is, right? You don't have to create a bias. You don't have to look for key levels. You don't have to look for SMT. You just wake up at 10 a.m., look at the high and the low, then you know what trade you're taking, right? It's very, very simple. And in my opinion, simplicity brings clarity. We want simplicity because then you can focus on what really matters, right? Managing your risk, right? Instead of having to make a bunch of different decisions, you don't have decisions to make because of the simplicity, which allows you to say, how much am I willing to risk? How am I going to control my emotions? Where will I take profit? Where is my stop loss? Right? That's what really matters, is the risk management. So, yes, it's very simple, which helps a lot. Which helps a lot. All right. If you haven't already, make sure you get your coffee in. Telling you, the actual holy grail is black coffee with some honey in it. That's the real holy grail right there. All right. Hey, good morning, Ezekiel. Hope your day is going well. And happy Friday. Happy Friday. We got one more day here. Let's make sure we focus up. Let's get one more good session in before the weekend starts. Hey man, the link tree is not working. How do I access? I'm pretty sure it is working. Maybe that's on your end. Yeah, I just went to my link tree. It is working just fine for me. So what part of the link tree is not working? Because I just opened it up and it's working perfectly for me. The new PDF, that is in the free PDF section. You can find that there. Completely free. Just go to the free PDF section. Hey, good morning, Monique. How's your day going? Good evening to the Jack. Yes. Thank you, HMH. Definitely smash the like button. You guys know what happens with that. So smash the like button and maybe you can get ahead of the game. What about the Twitter giveaway? You guys want to do that right now? Shall we waste no more time and go do that right now, or what? Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's take a look. Let's go get over to Twitter. Let's do that right now. Why not? Hey, look at that guy. Who's that? All right, let's get to it. That way you guys can see how random it is. Right? That way you guys can see the entire process. You can see the random name generator. Oh, let's do this. All right, we can get rid of this one now. That's not the giveaway. Don't worry. It was just a reminder tweet. The giveaway is down here. Coming up here shortly. Almost there. All right. So let's take a look. Right, here's the Twitter giveaway. Let's go get some winners. We have to copy the link. Come over here. The X picker. All right. Ready? Now you guys can see, look, and here's all my prior giveaways. Right? We put the URL in here. Must like and retweet. Okay. We have 5 winners to draw. All right. Must be following at _ash_trades_. And let me make sure I get Lucid's ID correct. Trading Lucid. At Trading Lucid. Okay, so 5 winners, right? 5. Must be following. We do not need a profile image. We don't need location. We don't need a banner. We don't need description. Minimum tweets, any. Past month, any. Count older than, we'll do 1 week. Minimum followers, 0. See, it's completely random. All right. I don't get to pick anybody's name. You don't even get to see the names. Right? And now let's pick some winners. So the 5 winners to the Twitter giveaway are going to be, let's see what we got here. And there we are. So let's take a screenshot of that. And then we go back over here. Go like this. Quote. At MR. Hold on. I need to MR IZK MR IZK IZAENAL. There you go. There's the first winner. No way. Is that Mr. White again from Friday's winner? There's no way, right? At J White 1. Okay. YYIL. Diz RDM1. Okay. Might have spelled that wrong. Yep. SPAASCH 1. Nice. Okay, last one. Okay. 4N. Oh, that was him right there. SUH. All right. Okay, there's your Twitter giveaways. Boom. All right, now that's completed. We're getting stuff done this morning, chat. Getting stuff done this morning. Oh, that's a good time to remember this. It's the last day for this. It's the last day for the My Funded Futures discount. Right, it's coming up. Also, who's doing this with me? Who's walking 10K steps with me every day? Are we working on our health, or is it just me? 10K steps every single day. There's been like 53 or 54 days out of the year. I've only missed it once. So I have about a 98% win rate on my health right now. This right here. New users get $49 flex accounts. This is for the 25K flex account at My Funded Futures. Existing users get it for $77. Today's the last day of this discount, so I just wanted to point to that real quick. All right, last day of that. All right. So let's get back over here. And we don't need this anymore. Okay. And let's get the chat up again. All right. Back at it. Where are we at, chat? I'm almost positive that the new PDF is in the free PDF section. If Nate could confirm that, that would be greatly appreciated. But we put that in there yesterday. The most common mistakes to the unicorn model. Do I take into account the fundamental news to operate NQ? No, I follow price. I don't follow the news. News is secondary. Price is first. Okay? News is secondary. Hard to get 10K with all the snow. Yeah, up north got hammered. Up north got hammered. I'm pretty sure it was a record snowfall for like New York. A record snowfall. But got to get in the gym then. Got to get on the treadmill. Got to get moving. Got to get moving. All right. I also want to check to see if there's any news coming up, because we're about to be approaching 8:30 a.m. Yep. So beware. Chat, beware. In about one more minute here. One more minute here. Watch out. We got a red folder coming up. Okay. So let's see what happens with that red folder. In one more minute, we have a red folder, so beware. Hey, Ash, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I appreciate the kind comment. Happy Friday. How are you doing today? Very excited to get back on here. We got one more day this week. Let's conduct our business. Let's focus up one more time before we go into the weekend. I hope your day is going well. I hope your week's going well. Good morning, Ash. Are we running our eval strat for the 8:30 a.m. news? This is not a news type that I would do that. So no. No. Okay, if you're referring to one shot, one kill, that should only be done on non-farm payroll or CPI. We don't do it for, this is PPI. In 20 seconds, this is PPI. So no. Nope. Hey, good morning, Mr. Zink. How are you doing today? Happy Friday. When Mr. Zink collab again? When can we get... Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Nice little dump right at 8:30. Jeez. Is that just a wick? Is that just a wick? Are we going to flip it or what? Or are we dumping? Good old news for you. Good old news for you. Are they going to turn that into a wick, though? Took out the low? Did they take out the low? Yeah, both of them took out the low. Starting to look like a wick there. Was that previous day? Yeah, previous day low taken out. See what happens here. Oh, so you went for the one shot, one kill anyways, huh? Looks like somebody just passed on the news. Yeah, I would love to get another duo live stream in. Whether you want to do it on your channel, whether you want to do it on here, doesn't really matter. The community loves the IB, so I would love to, point more people in your direction because you have such good IB information. And for anybody that's new here, that's the guy right there. That is the guy. If you guys have questions about IB, go to Mr. Zink's social medias and start asking him some questions. The IB goat. The IB goat. Hey, good morning, NGL Futures. How's your day going? What's an IB? That is where you go to Mr. Zink's profile and review his information. Yeah, he's going... Oh, forgot about that as well. He's going live on My Funded Futures YouTube live stream today. So you can also ask him questions there. 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, the next collab, we're going to make sure we get it correct this time. That way we can have higher quality. That way we can start chopping it up for some shorts as well. Took the 3 a.m. 15-minute breaker short for 2R. Yeah, this was just pure gold here. This must be what you're referring to up here. The London short. I mean, that is just gorgeous. That is just gorgeous. In my opinion, I would have taken this on ES, though. Very simply put, SMT. Right, so ES was looking like the weaker pair here. So I would have rather taken the short on ES compared to NQ. There's some SMT right here. See, that's what I'm referring to there. So that's why I would have taken it on ES versus NQ. Excuse me. But I am from the US, so I do not trade London. I'm sleeping at that time. Nice. You took it on ES. Beautiful. I mean, that is just gorgeous all around. Everything about this. London Open, an important time. Bearish SMT. There's a bearish gap in here, so key level. Hourly bearish gap. Hourly bearish SMT. 15-minute breaker. This is just beautiful. This has it all right here. right? Enter at the beginning of the breaker, stop at the swing high. That's just gorgeous. Very good job. Very good job. You have all these lows to aim at, right? A bunch of equal lows to act as a draw on liquidity. That's just gorgeous. Very, very good job. All right, so chat, I'm just trying to help you guys out. Just doing you a favor. Telling you, get ahead of the game. Get a head start. Smash the like button, because at some point in time, you know, we'll probably make a deal. We'll probably make a deal. And for the people that have been here, they know what those deals come with. So, might as well get ahead of the game. Might as well get ahead of the game here. Alrighty, chat. Let's start going through our assets. Let's start getting some biases completed. Okay. Start reviewing the higher time frames, getting prepared for the day. All right. So let's take a look. Let's take a look. All right. So Euro has done absolutely nothing. Euro has done absolutely nothing. So if you remember from our last live stream, we had spoke about a bullish bias, and this is the reason why. We had swept out a swing low on the daily chart. After sweeping out the swing low, we had a bullish reaction. For those reasons, we were looking for higher prices. Well, we've gone nowhere. We haven't gone higher. We haven't gone lower. We've just gone sideways this entire week. Look at this. I mean, ugly. Ugly stuff there. I mean, this thing is just going sideways. So my bias remains the same here, right? My bias has not been invalidated. It also hasn't been validated. Simply, it has not done anything. So don't get chopped up here, is what I have to say about that. Okay, don't get chopped up here. It's clearly not moving. This requires some patience here, is what I have to say about this. So for me, the information stays the same. So I need to go ahead and take some screenshots so I can update the Discords. But it's pretty simple. There's no one-sided direction here. Okay? There's no one-sided direction. All right? I'm curious to see if let's see if that'll stay on. Yeah, I think it will. All right. The Euro bias is what we're currently talking about. So I don't, just look at the screen. You're saying, can you share the Euro bias again? It's right here. There's nothing to do here on Euro. There's nothing to do here on Euro. Okay, Euro. Dollar. Dollar's just going sideways too. Dollar, we had a bullish bias simply because we were looking at this FVG here to provide support for higher prices. It's providing support, right? We've gotten a bounce here. We've gotten a bounce here, but we never made a real move. So, same exact thing as euro. Bias remains the same, but this just looks like consolidation. We are just going sideways. So I'm going to keep the same bias, but this is not something that I would force myself upon. This just looks like consolidation. It's just going sideways. Let me get a screenshot of this here. Hey, good morning, Jack. How's your day going? So same thing with the dollar here. My bias is going to remain the same. But don't get caught up in this chop. Don't get caught up in this chop. Hey, good morning. I'm Carr. How are you doing today? AO Trades, happy Friday. How are you doing today? When do you trade using the unicorn? When the unicorn model presents itself and I'm willing to take the risk. Am I late? No, you are not. We started the live stream like 40 minutes ago, but we trade at New York Open. So what we're currently doing is going through our biases and getting prepared for the day. Hey, good morning, Micah. How are you doing today? Greetings from Argentina. That's pretty awesome. Good morning, Laura. Hope your day is going well. How is Argentina? I've never been there. Is that it? Do we want to visit there? Where's the best place in Argentina? Hey, good morning, The Punisher. Happy Friday. Hope your day is going well. How are you? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm very excited that it's Friday, so we got one more day to focus up. I'm ready for the weekend. I've had 2 wins this week. I had a win on a unicorn on Tuesday. I had a win on an IB on Wednesday. So we'll see what we get today, but I'm at the point where I want to stay green on the week. We'll see what happens today, but it's been a good week so far. How's your week been going? How are you today? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking, Micah. How about yourself? Am I saying that correctly too? Is it Mika or is it Micah? Is there a difference there? So let's get over to oil as well. Wow. What a move from oil. What a move from oil. Wow. Wow. All right. I originally thought, so yesterday I thought the bullish FEG got invalidated because when I was looking at oil yesterday, we were down here. So I thought that we invalidated the bullish FEG, and that's why you saw the X on my chart there. Come to find out, they wicked that thing big time. Wow, they closed it all the way back up into the FEG, showing a nice bullish wick, and then they ran it higher. What a move. They clearly faked me out there. I was looking for a move to the swing high. I thought that it was wrong because we went below the FEG. Just to come back to today's chart to see this huge wick and a move to the target. Wow. Wow. They got me. Wow. What a move. What a move from oil there. Had to have been some kind of news, right? What a move. Wow. What a move. Wow. Very bad week. Listen, we're going to have good weeks. We're going to have bad weeks. Do not attach your character to that. Okay? Do not attach your character to that. There will be good ones. There will be bad ones. We need to be able to continue to keep learning from every single one of them. Okay? So if it was a bad week, just, take today off, clear the mind, start the weekend early. Just sit back and watch. Be a spectator today. Don't make a bad week even worse, right? So just take today off, would be my opinion. That way you can clear the mind, go into the weekend, with a clear mind and come back next week. But as a trader, this has been, I'm heading into my 8th year here, okay? I've had very bad years. I've had very good years. I've had very bad weeks. I've had very good weeks. Very bad months, very good months. It's still happening, is where I was going with that statement. 8 years later, that still happens. That is the definition of being a trader. It's a roller coaster. You'll have good times, you'll have bad times, but through every single experience, you still got to be capable of learning objectively. Okay, so just understand that that's not you, right? I don't want there to be intrusive thoughts of, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't figure this out. That happens to everybody. It happens to people that have been trading for 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, 1 year. That is the normal experience of day trading. That is exactly why I'm a firm believer of multiple sources of income. Ash, is it worth trading today at the open after this such movement? Are we talking about oil or NQ and ES? Are we talking about oil or NQ and ES? Which one? It's indeed Mika. Okay, so I was saying it wrong. No, please do correct me. There's so many different names. There's so many different countries. I know that I'm probably saying half of these wrong. So if anybody's out there, please do correct me. I don't want to be saying these names wrong. It might just be my first time seeing these things. So please do correct me. So Mika. Now I should remember that. Patagonia. That would be amazing. That's funny. I've heard of Patagonia, but I didn't know that was in Argentina. Patagonia would be beautiful. All right, I'm putting that on the bucket list. I'm putting that on the bucket list. Hey, good morning, Cash. Hope your day is going well. Losses are the cost of doing business. Nothing more than that. No emotions. That was perfectly said. Thank you for sharing that. That was perfect. That was perfect. Very good job. How is your investment portfolio? Oh, you got to be a little more accurate with that. Which one? I have real estate. I have stocks. I have crypto. I have dividends. So which one are you referring to? Or I could just, the real estate's going great. The stocks are going great. The crypto's going great. The dividends are the only one that is performing poorly. So the dividends are the only ones that are net negative. The other three are doing good. Hey, good morning, Ash. Are you going to be trading NQ or oil today? I'll be looking at NQ and ES. We are just going through our biases. We're getting prepared for New York Open. So we're going through our biases for all of our assets, but I focus on NQ and ES. Non-natives have trouble pronouncing my name correctly, so I've just accepted being called Karen. It's Karen Deep, right? Is that correct? Or should we go with Karen? Or am I still saying it wrong? I'm probably saying it wrong, right? See, because I'm a non-native, so I probably said that wrong. Good day, Ash. Hey, what's up? See, I'm gonna say this wrong too. Jeez, Sap Chim. Good morning. How are you doing today? Happy Friday. Can you tell us about the new live account you're currently trading? Are you like employed at a real prop firm? So the live account from My Fund of Futures got moved over to Blue Row Capital. That is correct. It is not a new live account. It is the same live account. So I made it through the eval process. I made it through the sim-funded process. And my live account at My Fund of Futures did so well that they moved me over to Blue Row Capital. Okay. So that is a real brokerage. That is a cash account, right? There's real orders going on the market. This is not a simulated funded performance. It is a real market. It's going really well. Still in it. We're getting close to about a year. That's a good question for you all. Chat, throw into chat how long on average you normally keep your funded account. Type an amount of months into chat for how long you normally keep your funded account. But it's going amazing. Daily payouts, that is exactly what you want. Daily payouts is exactly what you want. A risk management team, phenomenal, right? Somebody else, taking a look at your work to say, hey, let's make sure we stay within the boundaries. Let's put these limitations. Let's make sure that you're adhering to your risk management. Absolutely amazing. So I've heavily enjoyed it. I've spoke about that many times. We need to We need to diversify across accounts, right? You should have prop accounts. You should be copy trading. You should have a live account, right? You should have a cash account. You should have crypto. You should have real estate. You should have a 401k. Right? You have to diversify across accounts because all of them come with benefits. There are benefits to each one of them. So we're looking to become as hard to kill as possible, right? That's what diversification is, right? So, for example, if prop firms go away, they just vanish into thin air. They turn into pixie dust, and they're no longer a thing. Well, I'll still be able to trade because I have my personal cash account, right? I'll still have my 401k. I'll still have my crypto. I'll still have my real estate. So it's not like okay, prop firms go away and then the business is done, right? I'm no longer trading because prop firms aren't here. That's not the case. And that's why I'm saying you should diversify. Okay? Diversification is key. And there's benefits with all of it. Each one of them have their unique benefit. How long did it take you to become profitable in prop firms? I had a pretty rough road to start. Okay. The amount of times that I went to my wife and I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I can't figure it out. I just don't understand this. And, God bless her, because the amount of support that, she has shown is incredible. If I can suggest anything in life, make sure you find the right partner, because that is your best asset. That is your best asset. Just having that support, that unconditional motivation, support, help is exactly why I'm still here. Because every time I went to her and I was like, I can't do this. I can't figure it out. Why do I keep losing? She was the one that was like, keep going, keep trying. Try again, try again, try again. So the first 4 years were just rough, very, very rough. I'll do year by year now. Year one, I completely think that was beginner luck. I opened up a Robinhood account. I threw some money on some options. I made some money on some options. So it was only a couple $1,000s. I put like $2,000 in. I made like $2,000, and I was like, oh my God, now I have $4,000. Absolutely amazing. I took the money out and I brought her on a vacation. So I think that was completely beginner luck, because I had no clue what I was doing. I just put money in an account and started clicking buttons. Well, everything after that was just bleeding money out of my pocket. For year 2, year 3, year 4, it was completely a trial by fire. Completely a trial by fire. Just trying a system, it not working. Trying a new system, it not working. Trying options, trying crypto, trying stocks. Like it was like a rabbit hole of always thinking that there's something new. There's something I don't know. There's something that I have to learn. There's a new strategy, and that's better than the strategy I'm using. It was a real trial by fire experience, and it cost a lot of money. It cost a lot of money. And, once again, that's another reason why I say you have to have a main source of income. Okay. The only reason why I'm still sitting here is because my 9 to 5 covered the bills, right? My 9 to 5 made sure the lights were always on, made sure there was food in the fridge, and it was starting, my 401k. So I was starting to save. I was working a full-time job as an arbitrator for the first 5 years, 6 years coming out of college. That is what provided stability. And then on the weekends, I would go drive Uber. So I was driving Uber, and I was also working at a bar. So I did some bartending as well. The side hustle, that is what actually created the money to start this business. Okay. It's very simple. The things that you want in life, you're going to have to work for, right? So put more work in. Plain and simple. I don't care if you're tired, or you think you don't have enough time, or you can't handle it emotionally. Well, hard times make strong people. Weak times make weak people. So anything worthwhile in life is going to be hard. So you have a choice to make. You're going to put the time in? You're going to put the effort in? Or are you going to try to take the easy road? It's up to you. It's not up to anybody else. It's your choice to make. Okay? So, working 2 jobs now, right? Now the bills are covered. Now I know that there's going to be food in the fridge. Now I know that I'm not going to miss any of my bills, right? So I'm safe and sound. But now I have a second job. Now I have a second job where I know that the money I'm making from this job is supposed to be used on trading. And I think this was the little flip, the little switch, that made a difference, right? Because when you know that the money that you're using is supposed to be used on this business, you don't really feel bad when you lose it, because that was the intended purpose of the money. That was the intended purpose. You were supposed to use it to try to learn this business. So then when you go to execute on the chart, you don't feel the fear. You don't feel the greed. You don't feel scared. You're not worried. Okay, so go get a side hustle. Make that the money that you use to learn day trading, and do that as long as it takes for you to become profitable. That's the last portion that I have to go into, is that it took multiple years. I wasn't anywhere near consistent until the end of year 4. It was just a trial by fire experience of failing, trying again, failing, trying again, failing, trying again, over and over and over and over and over again, until we reach some payouts. So you have to fail forward. You have to fail forward and fail as quickly as possible, because then you get as many learning opportunities as possible. Like rewire the whole failure thing. Like I understand that we grew up to understand that we have to pass the test to move on to the next grade. That's not the case here. That's not the case here. What we're doing here, you will fail, but you still have to move forward. You will fail again, and you will still have to move forward again, right? So you have to become comfortable with being uncomfortable, okay? You have to become the most efficient loser. The best loser wins. Go read that book by Tom Hogarth. The best loser wins. Okay? So it took a while, and I don't go ahead and judge me. I don't really care what people think about that, because this is my experience. This is my business, and I own that. So, if you do it in 1 week or 1 year, great. Congratulations. I'm not comparing to anything or anybody. The only thing I compare myself is my prior self. I want to become 1% better than my prior self every single day. So that's the only comparison I have. But I won't take that back for anything, right? So that entire experience has been paid in full times like 10 at this point. Year 5, 6, and 7, the amount of money that has been extracted from the market during 5, 6, and 7 has now like 10x'd the amount of money that was spent during year 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I would absolutely go through that process again, because on the other side of things, there is no ceiling. There is no ceiling. This is not a 9 to 5 where you have a specific salary, right? There's no ceiling here. The amount of money that I've extracted at this point has greatly outweighed year 1, 2, 3, and 4's expenses. So I would do that again and again and again and again, because you don't find this. You don't find this anywhere else. Careers, they have a lot of restrictions, whether that's, a restriction of time, a restriction of location, a restriction of finances, right? You can't just go into your salary and say, okay, I want to make 50K this year. Next year, I want to make 100K. The year after that, I want to make 150K. You don't get to make that choice. You have to go ask your boss. And maybe they say yes, maybe they say no. So see the restriction there? Like you don't get to make the decision. And, there's normally a ceiling on all of those. It's not like, a lawyer doesn't just make $9 million a year, right? Everything has some kind of cap. A police officer doesn't make $9 million a year. There's a ceiling on all of those things. Okay, so I highly suggest learning this. What I have to say about learning this is make sure you do it efficiently. Do not do it impulsively, right? Make sure you have a day job. Make sure you have a secondary job, and keep your health, keep your relations. Make sure that what happens here does not bother you mentally or emotionally, does not ruin any relations, doesn't ruin your health, okay? Any business shouldn't, right? Because family and health are the number one priorities. So never forget that. Never forget that. But, enough of the ranting. We can get back to the chart. I was just responding to one of the comments asking me about, my experience in day trading. I'm going into year 8, and that was basically the path that I took to get here. What a long path. What a long path. So where did I leave off here? Let me get back to the comments. Let's see. Where did I leave off? I've had my funded with my fund and futures expert account for over a year. Holy. Yeah, the expert account isn't even listed anymore. That's how old it is. That is awesome. That is awesome, Tyree. Very good job. The expert account is what got me into the live account. So I did so well in the expert account that is when they moved me over. They moved me over in May of last year. When you get profit, when do you withdraw all of it? Do you automatically lose the account? Yes. If you're going to withdraw the maximum amount and you do not leave yourself a buffer for after the withdrawal, you're essentially closing the account, right? You have to have a buffer to keep the account, right? So just using a random number, if you have $5,000 of profit, right, in a 50K account, if you take all $5,000 of that when you become eligible, you're essentially closing the account. Or you can take $3,000 of it, keep a $2,000 drawdown for after the withdrawal, then you can keep the account and keep trading in that account after the withdrawal. Hey, good morning, Sam. Happy Friday. How are you doing today? How does copy trading work? So you can see 5 accounts right above my image here. Okay. These are copy trading accounts. This is that's on the Trade of 8 platform. Okay. So you can use the Trade of 8 platform for a free group trade. All right. So there are many third-party trade copiers. I'm not going to be using them right now. I've heard a bunch of different reviews about them, so I'm just not ready to use them. But in Trade of 8, there is a free group trade option. So when you have more than one account, you can link them together, which allows you to take one trade and it copies that trade across all the accounts. So as you can see, I have 5 accounts here. When I go to enter a position today, that will be copy traded across all 5 accounts. And this is one of the overall goals with prop firms, okay? This is the power of compounding. So when you see me here on the screen, making $250, well, you might think that, maybe that's not a lot. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Whatever. Let's just follow along here. Some people will be like, oh, $250, that's all you made today? Well, if that's copy traded across 5 accounts or 10 accounts or 20 accounts or 40 accounts, now it becomes a large number, right? 250 times 20. Yeah, that sounds pretty decent. So the overall goal is learn how to trade. After becoming successful in one account, right? Learn how to trade with one account. Start with one account. Pass the eval, make a payout. When you make a payout, go purchase a second account, right? Now we can copy trade two accounts. And the purpose being is because when you go and make that same payout, now this next payout is going to be times two because you have two accounts copy trading. And repeat that process. Get a payout, purchase another account. Get a payout, purchase another account, right? Because when you get a payout for 20 accounts, that's going to be a large withdrawal. So the overall goal is to start with learning in one account, build up to 20 different accounts, right? Copy trade all 20 accounts, and that's when you hit a large payout. And guess what? When you're copy trading, you're doing the same exact thing that you were doing in the very beginning, right? You don't need to be going larger size. You don't need to be taking more trades. You don't need to be holding on to a trade for a longer amount of time. What you need is more accounts. You make larger payouts by getting more capital. Trading larger capital is what gets you larger payouts. Throughout that entire time, you're still trading the same exact way. So figure out your strategy, get really good at your strategy, and trade that same strategy the entire time. Start to trade that strategy in one account and get up to 20 accounts, right? Because once you get that compounded payout, that payout across 20 accounts, that's going to be a large payout. All right. Any suggestions for good, reliable trade copiers? I'm sorry, but I'm not going to make a suggestion for that. I have not come across something that is reliable enough for me to recommend. We've seen many issues with trade copiers before, so I'm not going to put my name behind anything right now. So I'm not going to recommend anything. I'm going to be using the free Trade of 8 group trade for that exact reason, right? Why would I pay for something that doesn't really work properly? So, if it's going to have issues anyways, then why not use the free one? So, all right. If that changes at some point in time, I will definitely update you all, but that's where I stand with trade copiers right now. May I ask how old you are? Yeah, I'm 30 years old. 30. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. 30 years old. All right, give me a second. Couple questions coming across here. Give me a second here. Okay. Notice how he didn't try to rush it into being a full-time trader. He had multiple sources of income to take the emotional, mental pressure off. I'm still not a full-time trader. Seriously. I literally stand on my words. Okay? You need to have multiple sources of income. Still to this day, I have multiple sources of income. Okay, this is not the only business that I work on. I personally don't think that being a full-time trader is a great idea. Like, that's why I said diversify, right? I fully believe in it myself. You should be diversifying. You should be working on other businesses. Here's a a random, confirmation. Go on the internet and search, right? Type this into the search. On average, how many sources of income does a millionaire have? And that'll prove my point. Elon, richest man in the world, still has multiple sources of income, right? It's about diversifying. Go look at any, business owner and tell me if they have multiple sources of income. All right. Hey, good morning, 1700. Good morning, Summer Z. How's everybody doing today? Do I only trade NQ? I focus on NQ and ES. NQ and ES. NQ and ES. According to the IRS data and various wealth studies, the average millionaire has 7 sources of income. Wow. There you go. Thank you, Summer Z. Very good job. Only real OGs remember Ash Ketchum. Only real OGs know about Ash Ketchum. Are we giving IB a try again today? Yeah, I think I'm going to take a look at an IB today. I would like to take a look at an IB today. Yep. Okay, chat. I think it's time. Excuse me. Sorry for being a little raspy. I had a cold last week, so I'm on the back half of it. I think it's just about done now. So sorry about that, but it should be going away any day now. All right, let's make a deal. Let's make a deal. Chat. Let's see. All right, so there's 211 people in here. So let's take a look at, all right. If we get the like button to 200, I'll do a giveaway. If we get the like button to 200, so everybody in here, just click the like button one time. If that happens, somebody here in chat will get a giveaway. We will run a giveaway here in chat. Okay, so everybody clicks the like button one time. That'll get the like button to 200, and that will be a deal for a giveaway. Okay? And while you're at it, you might as well hit the sub button and the notification button as well. We've been doing this, every single week. We plan to continue to keep doing this every single week. I may even think about doing a cash prize. Yes, cash prize at 20K followers. So we're at 18.2K subs on YouTube. When that hits 20K, I think I'm going to do a cash giveaway. So share the stream with your friends, share the stream with your communities. Let's get some giveaways for everybody. Let's try to get everybody a free account. We're going to continue to keep showing up, working, and learning every single chance we get. Okay. We've been doing it for all of 2026, and we're going to continue to keep doing it for all of 2026. All right. So we got another 10 minutes before New York Open here. Type in the chat what you think we're going to get for the Open. Type a 1 if you're bullish for the day. Type a 2 if you're bearish for the day. What do you think we're going to get here? What do you think we're going to get here, chat? What do you think we are going to get here? What do you think we're going to get today? All right, all right. All right, let me get this over into the Discord too. Last day for the My Funded Futures discount. Let's see. Okay. All right. So it looks like a bunch of bears today. Majority twos there. Majority twos there. Hey, good morning, Scorpion. Hope your day is going well. Happy Friday. Why are you looking for an IB today and not a unicorn? There is no reason behind it. Has nothing to do with what's on the chart. Has nothing to do with what's on risk management. It's just a simple choice of wanting to take a look at an IB. Just a personal opinion. There's nothing more to it. So, taking a look at NQ and ES, it does look like there was bearish SMT at the highs here. This right here. See that ES did not take out the swing high. You can see that NQ did take out this swing high. All right, so looks like we might be heading towards the lows. Looks like there might be some weakness in the marketplace. So I'm going to be looking at lower prices there. We'll see what the IB gives, but it's starting to look like there's some weakness in the marketplace. Okay, so let me get a screenshot of this. Get a screenshot of this so I can send it over to the Discord. With the addition of IB, are you still only looking to execute maximum 2 times a week? No, actually, if you were here during my goal setting live stream in the beginning of 2026, I had specifically stated that I'm looking to see if I could take more trades this year. I want to see if I can get better as a trader. I want to see if moving from 2 trades a week to maybe 3 or 4, if that's beneficial or not. So understand that that's not something that I was doing before compared to doing it now. So I don't have the information backing whether that will be a good idea or not. This will be the first time doing it. So this is also the first time using multiple models. The last 2 years, I was only trading the unicorn model, and I was only trading 1 to 2 times a week. So Whether that's beneficial or not, you'll be able to see it right here on stream because we're going to be doing it right in front of everybody. All right, let's get this over into the chat as well. Bearish SMT at the highs, so we'll start to look for the lows. Yes, we are definitely learning together. Everybody should understand that, I'm a student of the market. This is not a signal service. This is me providing my experience in day trading. This is me journaling my day trading, right? The actual reason why I do this is so that I can have a recording of myself that I could go back and watch to learn from, right? This is just me documenting. This will never be a signal service. You are always supposed to take full accountability and responsibility of all of your own decision making. I'm not making any decisions for anybody else, okay? The only thing that I'm doing here is recording my sessions so that I can go back and visually and audibly listen and watch to see what I'm doing good and what I'm doing bad so that I can learn from it. If people want to watch that, then okay. But you have to understand that this is not a signal service. Okay? I'm a student of the market, just like everybody else here. I'm no professional. I've never claimed to, do something extraordinary, because I haven't yet. I'm not like some kind of multi-millionaire. I'm just a normal dude trying to learn this trading business, just like everybody else here. All right, like the question that I ask myself is, I have a little one on the way. So a lot of people probably saw that on social media. The question that I ask myself daily is, when my kid watches this, what is he going to think about me? Right? Like, am I setting a good example? Is this something that he can learn from himself? Okay. So, trying to do my best for the little one, and when he gets here, hopefully I'll be able to have something to be able to hand to him and say, if you want to learn this, here you go. If you don't, then that's completely okay. But I'm trying to make sure I do my best for him. Alrighty. Do you think being on stream helps you with accountability to your plan? No, it doesn't. If you're that impulsive, it doesn't matter who is watching or not. An impulsion is going to be a stronger, action than, deciding to follow your plan. If you go and watch other streamers, you'll see people rage. You'll see people tilt. Just because people are watching, that doesn't really mean anything. It's an internal decision to either follow your plan, to align your actions with your words, or not. The decision's made up here. It's not, the screen doesn't do that for you. So, I've broken the rules in front of people before. I'm human, just like everybody else. I've also broken the rules. All right, completely off topic, random question. Completely off topic. What do you think should go right here? What? I need to fill up that wall. It's way too blank. What do you think should go right there? Give me some ideas. Give me some ideas. A neon sign, that's pretty cool. A logo, yeah. That'd be a really good idea. And also thank you for the individuals that said congrats on the little one. I could not be any happier. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It'll be the first one. Hopefully the first of many. Not trying to scare you all, but definitely want multiple of them. I don't want one. At least two, maybe four. We'll see. To be determined, but at least more than one. If we're capable, at least more than one. Yeah, neon signs. All right, all right, we'll do that then. Very good idea. Very good idea. Arsenal jersey. Whoa. I don't know about Arsenal. A Trump picture. Oh man, I've actually never voted in my entire life. I've never once voted. We do already have one unicorn. My brother-in-law 3D printed that. Little paper holder on the desk. All right. New York Open. What are we going to get here today? What are we going to get here today? Let's see. See what we get here today. Let's see what we're going to get today, chat. What are we getting here? Two of the three weren't planned. Wow. Is 3 the total or is there more? I do want at least multiple of them, so just not one. Also, chat, one more time. If the like button hits 200, we will do a giveaway. All right, so it's more than enough people in here to complete that deal. All you got to do is smash the like button. Once that like button gets to 200, we'll do a giveaway. All right. Alrighty. Decent push there off the open. Decent push. They're leaving some equal lows down there, though. So, yeah, no SMT on either side. Leaving some equal lows. Watch out. Let's see what we got here today. Will the Bulls win today or will the Bears win today? We're getting close, chat. Once the like button hits 200, we will do a giveaway. See what we got here today. See if the Bulls are going to win today or if the Bears will win today. Hey, good morning, Lee. How's your day going? Got ourselves a New York Open here. Slight push off a New York Open. Doesn't really look too aggressive, though. Starting to stall already. Hey, good morning, Jesse. How's your day going? Petro, good morning. How's everybody's day going? Happy Friday. With Tradeovate Group Trade, can I execute on TradingView? No. No, you can't. Tradeovate Group Trade is to be executed in Tradeovate. JJ Fresh, what's up? Happy Friday. Good morning. How's your day? My day's going good. Thanks for asking. Very happy that it's Friday. We got ourselves one more New York Open before we start the weekend. We had two wins so far this week. We had a win on Tuesday, which was a unicorn. Then we had a win on Wednesday. That was an IB. So 2-0 on the week. So very, very happy about that. Nicely green. And now we got a New York Open. So we'll see what we get today. How about yourself? How did your week go? My birthday's today. W. On chat. Let's throw a W in chat for Jesse. Let's give him a nice warm welcome with a happy birthday. Let's go. Let's go. Happy birthday, Jesse. Happy birthday. Happy Friday. Happy birthday. It's kind of nice to have a birthday on a Friday. You can go celebrate. All right. Patience, 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 chat. New York has just opened. We don't need to rush into anything. See what we get here today. Looks like we're just consolidating here, right? We're just kind of going sideways for now. ES looking like the weaker pair here, right? Take a look at this, right? NQ at least ran above the high, whereas ES did not. So unless ES goes and runs above that high, it's starting to look like the weaker pair. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Summer Z. I'm sorry to hear that. I would go spend the time with him, man. Very sorry to hear that. So it looks like we might want to start targeting the lows. ES showing some bearish SMT here. We have a bunch of equal lows down here as well. Hey, Ash, I don't get it. How is New York session just opening? 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is New York Open. That is when the stock market opens. 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, New York Open. New York Open. For buy or sell? Neither. We are currently just waiting. We are being patient and we are waiting. You can see the accounts right above my picture, so you'll see when I take a trade. As you can see, I am not in a trade. Also, you got 3 more likes. Go smash the like button. Get the giveaway. We said we were going to do a giveaway at 200 likes. You're 3 likes away. So somebody smash that like button. Couldn't be any closer. Very nice job, chat. Very nice job. A deal is a deal. So Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You pick. Ready? Should we do a My Funded Futures giveaway or should we do a Lucid giveaway? Type the name in the chat for which one we should do. Whichever one has more responses, we'll do that one. So which one would you all like? Which one would you all like? Okay, a poll. We can do a poll as well. Yeah, here. Nate is going to set up a poll. So answer the poll. That's much easier than me trying to read all these. All right, hit the poll real quick. Now we got a poll going. Who's going to win? Do the poll, and then we will do the giveaway. Which one will win? Hit the poll real quick, and then we will set up the giveaway. I am currently still just waiting, being patient here at New York Open. As I pointed to, it looks like ES is being the weaker pair here. Notice how ES has not run above these highs yet, right? Maybe it did run above the high. Maybe I just, my eyesight is getting worse. Wow, it just barely tapped it. Still looks like ES is being the weaker pair. It's getting closer to the lows compared to NQ. So we might get these lower prices here. Wow. All right, we have an answer. We have an answer. All right, so let me get over here. Let me just see what we got here. Give me 2 seconds. Let's see what we got here. All right. Have we done any of the Lucid Black yet? All right, ready? Let's do 3 Lucid 50K black accounts. Okay, 3 50K Lucid black accounts. That will be the giveaway. 3 50K Lucid black accounts for one of the people that are here in chat right now. We're going to get it set up. Here comes the lower prices. NQ's going to the lows now. ES leading the way. That bearish bias is playing out. Very good job on the bearish bias here. We're getting the lower prices. All right. Listen, chat. All you have to do is type the word Lucid into chat one time. One time. You do not need to spam. Type the word Lucid into chat. That will put your name into the giveaway. I'm going to give it a couple minutes here. Let everybody get a chance to type the word Lucid into chat. If you type the word Lucid into chat, your name will be put into the giveaway. We'll give it a couple minutes. We'll give it a couple minutes, and then we will figure out who the giveaway winners are. While you're at it, hit the like button, smash the sub button, turn the notifications on. We're going to continue to keep live trading here on the YouTube stream, doing giveaways, talking about education. We'll get some special guests to come up here as well. We have a lot of things planned for 2026. So If you want to work with some like-minded professionals who are trying to learn this business just like you, keep showing up, keep working, keep learning. We will be doing that right here on this YouTube live stream throughout all of 2026. All right, so you got yourself a giveaway. A deal is a deal. We'll give it a couple minutes, and then we'll see who the giveaway winners are. All right. So, decent move lower there. We have now taken out the lows. Decent reaction from the lows as well. We wicked it. We'll see where we move from here. Hey, Ash, how are you doing today? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking, Umar. How's your day going? Very excited to see what we get here for New York Open. So far, we're kind of just ranging. Currently waiting for the initial balance to see what type of trade we get today. All right, chat. You just saw Nate's message. Listen, if you win the giveaway, you have to be here in chat to claim it. All right? So if you are picked to be a winner for the giveaway, right, you'll see your name come up from Nightbot, confirm that you are here, and then we'll get those accounts over to you. All right. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. All right. The new weekly streaming of yours has been a game changer. Haven't missed one since you started this year. Thank you for the kind comments. Thank you, scrolling by. I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. We plan on going live throughout all of 2026. I am trying my hardest to get everybody an opportunity. We have been doing giveaways almost, it might actually be every single stream so far. So we're trying. We want to help as many people as possible. We're going to continue to keep going throughout all of 2026. How many different trading systems do you have? I'm just trading the unicorn model right now and the IB. So 2. How often do you get an entry signal on a day-to-day basis? If you're trading the IB, that happens every single day. It's the first hour of New York Open. Looks like one of the giveaway winners is Ann Kish, 3003. Congratulations. Ann Kish, 3003. Type in the chat to let us know you're here. Type in the chat to let us know you're here. At White Chocolate into chat. He could help you out with the giveaway. Ann Kish. So far, we have put in a low here, and maybe we're starting to put in a high. Looks like we might be getting a long signal for the IB. Okay. Still being patient though, still waiting. Not in a rush yet. Excuse me. Ann Kish, are you here? The giveaway winner. Gotta claim your prize here. If you're not here, we're going to re-roll. Come on now. Are you here? Can I identify as Ankish? I don't think so. All right. This 2079. Second winner. Is this here? Is this here? This. There he is. Let's go. This is getting one. This is getting one. There you go, Vis. Congrats. Congratulations. We got one of the winners. All you got to do is go into the Discord, go to the YouTube giveaway section, go in the Discord, go to the YouTube giveaway section, provide a screenshot of your YouTube username. That way we can confirm that it's you. All right? Second winner, the Info Doctor. The Info Doctor. The Info Doctor. I saw you in here earlier. Hopefully you are still here. The Info Doctor is the second winner. There he is. Let's go. Second winner. Please go to the Discord. If you're not in the Discord already, you can see the link to the Discord in the description of this video. Once you're in the Discord, go to the YouTube giveaway section. Provide a screenshot of your YouTube username. That way that we know that it's you and we can confirm that you're the winner and we'll get you that account. And Island Dreams, last one. Island Dreams 1072. Island Dreams, are you here? Island Dreams, are you here? Let's go. Island Dreams. Let's go. Congratulations. Please go to the YouTube. Please go to the Discord. Go to the YouTube giveaway section. Provide a screenshot of your YouTube username. That way we can confirm it's you. And we'll get you that giveaway account. Another day, another giveaway. Let's go, chat. Let's freaking go. Link to the Discord is in the description of this video. You can see where it says Linktree. That Linktree has all of the links. All right. All right, what are we going to get here? Yes, Ash Capital Discord. Yes, Ash Capital. That is correct. Can you explain the IB strategy? The IB is the first 1 hour of New York Open. So from 9:30 to 10:30. What we are doing is we are analyzing the high and the low of the first 1 hour. Okay? If the low is created first, then we look for longs. If the high is created first, then we look for shorts. The way that we execute that is we enter at 50% of the range. Right? We enter at 50% of the range. Stop goes at the low of the range. We target the high of the range. Obviously, vice versa if it's a short. All right? That's it. There's nothing more to it. So it is the range of the first 1 hour of New York Open. We are outlining the low and the high of that range, depending on which one happens first. Right? If the low happens first, when I say first, I'm referring to time, right? This candle is 9:30. Excuse me, this candle is 9:40. This candle is 9:45. So 9:40 happened first, 9:45 happened second. Right? So I know that we would be looking at longs from 50% of the range, targeting range high. How do you get more than 1-to-1 risk to reward? That's because the volatility that's in the market changes day to day. Right? So, for example, today's range is 77 points. Right? So if you were to take a loss of 77 points, whereas, let's look at yesterday's range. So today's range is 77 points. Yesterday's range was 232 points. Can you see how the risk to reward changes there? Right? So if you have a loss of 77 points, but you have a win of 220 points, right? That's like a 2.5 risk to reward, right? So the range changes every single day because the volatility that's in the market changes every single day. Sometimes your stop losses will be 50 points. Sometimes your stop losses will be 100 points, right? So if you have a loss of 50 and a win of 100, that's a 1 to 2 risk to reward. So the risk changes day to day because the volatility in the market changes day to day. It is not a 1-to-1 risk to reward strategy. The risk to reward is dependent upon the volatility that's in the market. Yeah, obviously, if the opposite happens, then you have a worse risk to reward, right? If your losers are larger than your winners, then you'll have a negative RR. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Yeah, you get both sides of the coin. You could win, you could lose. Absolutely. Absolutely, chat. What about ES? Here's ES over here. Currently stuck in the range, right? This is the current range for the first hour. With yesterday, it went down first. No, yesterday was a short. Listen to this clearly. If the high of the range is set first, then we look for shorts. Right? We're thinking about a range, okay? We're pointing out the high and the low of New York Open, right? So here's New York Open, 9:30 to 10:30. The high was created first. This is 9:30. The low was created at 10:15. If the high is created first, we look for shorts from 50% of the range. If the low is created first, we look for longs. In yesterday's scenario, the high of this range was created at 9:30. Excuse me. All right. I'm not sure where the confusion's coming in. I don't know how to make this any more clearly. The IB is the first 1 hour of New York Open, right? I just said from 9:30 to 10:30. So no, it's not the 30 minutes. From 9:30 to 10:30 is 1 hour. All right. Hey, Ash, is there a different chat? Nope, you are in the chat. This is the chat. You are currently in the chat. You are in the chat. So all right, hold on. First, there's no reason to do ifs. We are currently doing it in real time. So let's, instead of doing hypotheticals, let's do it in real time right now. Right? There's no reason to do a coulda, woulda, shoulda. Let's just do it in real time right now. Right? There is no hypothetical here. We are currently doing it. See, so notice how I'm still measuring the range, right? Still measuring the range because it's only 10:02. The first 1 hour of New York Open has not been completed yet. Notice so far that the low of the range has been set first. The high of the range has been set second so far. Okay. Same thing here with ES. So ES put the low in at 9:30. ES is putting the high in at 10. All right. 9:30 to 10. I think your time is messed up. I would disagree with that. You need to be using Eastern Standard Time. New York Open happens at 9:30 a.m. It is currently 10:03 a.m. All right. So this is what we currently have. So it's looking like 50% of the range is around 868. IB does not require a bias. So I'm not considering a bias when looking at IB. Does not require a bias. So, looks like the Bulls are taking control of New York Open so far. We might be getting a bullish setup for the IB. Backtesting results for the IB can be seen in Discord. Check the announcements section of the Discord. I put the data there. Did I trade that yesterday on ES? I did not have a trade yesterday. I had no trade yesterday. I had a trade on Tuesday, and I had a trade on Wednesday. It has played, Ash. You could use whatever you want to use, but I use the first 1 hour. So the first 1 hour of New York Open has not been completed yet. So the IB has not been set yet. So great job if you were able to capture a position, but the IB has not been completed yet. The IB is the first 1 hour of New York Open. Right? It's only 10:06 a.m. We still have to wait another 25 minutes, 24 minutes. Hey, Ash, have you abandoned ICT techniques? Tuesday's trade was a unicorn. You guys got to understand the opening range is different than the initial balance. Those are two different things. Those are two different things. Here, let's go like this, actually. This will make it a little bit easier than going back and forth. Let's put ES on the left, put NQ on the right. That way we no longer have to go back and forth. Should have done that from the beginning. Here we go. ES on the left, NQ on the right. Let's see what we get here. Guys, what time do we cancel the order? I'm not sure what order you're referring to. I also suggest that you make all of your own decisions. Looking for other people to manage your position, that does not make any sense. I'm sorry, but if you have orders on the screen right now, you need to manage your own positions. Okay? Please draw ES. ES is right here on the left. ES. This one's NQ. The backtest data is shown in the announcement section of the Discord. Just got to scroll through it. We did multiple backtests there. Let's see what we get here, chat. If it does not retrace to the entry, the only time I'm canceling the order is if the market closes or if the target is completed before you get an entry. If the target is completed before you get an entry, cancel the order. All right. The position indicator tool would look like this. So the range still has not been set yet. So you have to understand that this is subject to change because it is not 10:30 yet. It is not 10:30 yet. Just got to be patient here. So, how's everybody doing so far? Did everybody get a position already, or you guys in a position? Are you still waiting for a position? Are you done with your position? How's everybody doing so far this morning? Earliest Mr. Zink will enter is 10:20. I believe 10:15 actually. When I spoke to him on the live stream, he had mentioned 10:15. Right, see, so this is why I didn't put the position indicator tool on the screen, because now it needs to change, right? Now we need to fix this. So that's why I was waiting. Simply just waiting. Yeah, somebody type IB into Claude and see what data comes from Claude on that. We are still waiting, chat. Patiently waiting. See what happens here today. Yes, you can use IB for Globex Open. You can use IB for Asia Open, London Open. You seem to be wanting this IB today. That is exactly what's happening. That is correct. We are waiting for the IB. Thanks for the help, Ash. Yeah, anytime. This is what we'll be doing throughout all of 2026. We'll be live streaming our trades. We'll be talking about this trading business. We'll be doing giveaways. We'll have some special guests. If anybody wants to work and learn with us, you know where to find me. This is where I'll be doing it. All right, so I'll look at some longs on both ES and NQ. We'll look from 50% of the range. We'll see if they give us a retracement to 50% to get long. Let's see if we get a retracement, chat. So it looks like 860 for ES and 888 for NQ. Is that 2488 or 680? Let's see if they give us the retracement. We'll look to see if we can get the IB long from 50%. See what we got here. Call my son Ian Brandon for IB. Just a thought. That's funny. So what is that? 6860. 6860. Let's see what we get here, chat. Will we get the retracement? We shall see. Couldn't be any closer here. Let's see if ES will tag it there. Surely they didn't miss me by 25 cents, right? Surely they didn't miss me by 25 cents, right? Chat. Who's the whale in here that just front ran me? Which one of you whales just front ran me? See if we can get a little more of a pullback, get us into the long, and then we'll aim for IB high. One of you whales just front ran me. I know it. It was you, wasn't it, Bob? Bob, you whale? Chat, we just found out. It's Bob. The whale has entered chat. He is front running us. Give us a chance here, Bob. Give us a chance, Bob. Do us all a favor. Are you able to explain the bullish bias? I cannot. We are not talking about a bias. We are looking at an IB. IB does not require a bias. We are looking at the initial balance since the low was created first and the high was created second. That is why we're looking at a long. No other reason. Did you enter? Chat, you could just see my accounts right above my picture. Notice how the P&L has not moved. It's because I have not entered the position. Right, I'm looking at this right here. They just front ran us, so I have not gotten in yet. When do you cancel the order? The order gets canceled if the target is completed before the entry is given. IB high is the target. If we go to the target before we get an entry, order is canceled. I can't believe we just let Bob front run us. NQ trying to push higher here. Notice how I'm still moving the IB because 1030 is just about to happen. Chat, I just don't know how many times I'm going to have to say this. The initial balance is the first 1 hour of New York Open. I've said it like 90 times now. It's still the first 1 hour of New York Open. All right, so notice how I just moved the initial balance because 10:30 is in about 5 minutes from now. So we wait until 10:30 to get the overall information. Okay. Is this more profitable than the unicorn model? This is only going to be my third IB trade if it happens. So I do not have the data to be able to say yes or no to that. This just started happening. Give us one more dump, ES, let us in the position, and then let's see what happens. I've had 2 wins so far. I'm calling it a day. Yes, you should absolutely call it a day. If you're green on the day, please be done. Go into the weekend green. If you're green on the day, please be done. So we'll see if ES pulls back here. So why are you trying to enter early? No entry has occurred. Where is the confusion here? Look at my accounts right here, right above my head. You can see the accounts. There has been no position. You have not seen that P&L fluctuate because there has been no position. Right? The initial balance is from 9:30 to 10:30. Right? So we've analyzed the low and the high of 9:30 to 10:30. Now that we have that range, right? We're about a minute or two away. We look at longs from 50% of the range. This will be the target. This will be the stop loss. If the target is completed before we get an entry, then I'm done for the day, and I will not be taking a trade. So just do me a favor. Watch the interview with Mr. Zink. The live stream happened on Friday of last week. A lot of these questions will be answered. It's the same exact thing that I'm saying here. You could also just watch it in real time, like we're currently doing it right now. It's currently happening. Let's see what we get here, chat. If I don't get a trade, I still won today. Yeah, Island Dreams got one of the giveaways, so that's a huge W. Let's go, Island Dreams. W. That's a W for a Friday. All right, IB is 30 seconds away from being set. We are going to be looking at longs, exactly what is shown on the screen. The entry would occur at 50% of the range. The target would be the top of the range. The stop loss would be the bottom of the range. We will be looking to see if we can get into longs from right here, targeting right here, with a stop loss of right there. If price goes to the target before they give me an entry, I'm done for the day. I will not take the position and I will be done for the day. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, chat. Pull back, let us into the long, then let's go for the highs. Bob, talking to you. Do us the favor. How would you adjust the risk when looking at a 100-point stop loss? Go to the micros. Micros are a smaller amount of risk than minis. So go to MES. Is there a specific reason you pick ES over NQ? I did not pick ES over NQ. Neither one of them have provided an entry. If one of them provides an entry, I'll take it. At no point in time did I say, I'm trading ES over NQ today. Okay? All right. So go ahead. Feel free to keep throwing questions in the chat as we wait and watch. Very simply put, whoever gives me an entry here, I'll take it. If we go to here first, I will cancel the limits. If we get an entry, that'll be the stop loss for either one. Let me make sure I'm circling over here too. Or either one of them. So just sit back, be patient, wait. You'll be able to see right there. You see those numbers right there? Those are my 5 accounts that I'm looking to copy trade this on. You'll see the numbers start going up and down if I get into a position. Let's see what happens. Give us the pullback to 50% of the range. Let us in the longs, and let's see what we get today. A little more, yes. Come on. Tag me in. Get me in there at 50% of the range. Do us all the favor. Come on. Couple more sells, Bob. This dude Bob is front running me again. There's just no way. Do we have to ban you? Like, is this what we need to do so we're allowed to take positions too? There's no way. There's no way. Bro, Bob. Man just doesn't want to see us win. He said, I'll take that one without you. Dude's probably slapping like thousands of minis right now. How can we connect our account to yours for copy trading? I'm sorry to tell you, that will never happen. No, thank you. Nope. No, thank you. You are to learn this business on your own. You are to execute this business on your own. 0% chance that I will do that. So you pick the one that hits first. Is there any respect towards the stronger asset in IB? So the purpose of using IB is to create simplicity. Like, it looks like everybody keeps trying to add on to it or look for like some kind of secret little hint. No. Listen, guys, simplicity brings clarity. Stop trying to add things onto it. Stop trying to look for the little secret, the little holy grail. There is no holy grail. There is no holy grail, right? We're looking at longs from 50% of the range. If we get tagged into an order, we'll take the trade. That's it. There's nothing more to it. There's no bias. There's no SMT. There's no secret entry function. There's no nothing. Nothing. You don't want more decisions to make. That's only going to create confusion. Okay? Here's the trade. If we get entered into an order, we'll take it. If we don't, that's it. There's nothing more to it. There's nothing more to it. You change strategies? Yeah, the unicorn flew away. I, for some reason, let it out of its stall, and it didn't come back. So, unfortunate. Unfortunate. I no longer use the unicorn model. You know, ICT turned the machine off and said that it's no longer going to work. So that's a complete joke, by the way. If you guys couldn't tell, I was being sarcastic there. I literally had a unicorn trade on Tuesday. So there you go. There's your target. So I'm done, right? We remember those words, right? How do I get over to the orders now? Give me a second here. Cancel. Yes. Do I really have to cancel one at a time? We can't just cancel. Really? For details. Cancel. Cancel. There's got to be a better way to this. All right, do I not understand how to use Tradevate? Cancel. There's got to be a better way to this. Cancel all orders. Use the drop-down menu near the close button to select cancel all. Oh, yeah, that's simple. All right, cancel. Why are some still working though? Canceled, canceled. Why does this one say cancel? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Okay. So, right? ES hit the target there. That's the target, right? NQ can still be considered because it hasn't hit the target yet, but ES hit the target there. So that's why I was canceling the orders. Okay. So making sure the orders were canceled on ES. We'll wait and watch NQ, but NQ is also done the moment it goes above here. So either it retraces to 50% first, or I won't take NQ either. Excuse me. Sam, that's great news. Wow. Are you in the Discord? Would love to hear more stats about that. That is very good news. I would love to hear more stats about that. Yep, there's full target on ES. Looks like NQ's about to hit target here too. All right, chat. There you have it. We're done for the day. All orders are canceled. We're done. They decided to go to the target without us. Everybody blame Bob. Everybody blame Bob. This one's on Bob today. Bob gets to profit without us. Happy Friday to Bob. Just messing around, chat. Just having some fun on a Friday. Just having some fun. Hopefully Bob's okay with that. All right, chat. I'm going to stand on my words. That's it for me today. We were looking for an IB. The IB got front ran. We had the order set at 50% of the range, and man, was that close. Crazy. Crazy how close that was. But my job's done here now. And following the process shows that today's a no trade day. So just a good example of when to know when there's a trade and when there's not a trade, right? We came in with the game plan. The game plan was we wanted to look for an IB. The IB was set, right? We analyzed the IB. The IB got front ran, right? If we're entering at 50% of the range, they just barely missed 50% of the range, right? We know when the trade is done because that is when the target is completed, right? So they did not enter us here and they did complete the trade. So now we know to no longer take the trade, right? The objective to the process has been completed. It's not a matter of whether you got a trade or not. It's a matter of following the process. And today's process was a beautiful IB, right? It worked out perfectly. It just got front ran. So you'll come across a lot of different scenarios, all right? You'll have winners. You'll have losers. You'll have no trade days. You'll have all sorts of scenarios, all right? So I'm standing on my words, right? Now I'm going to go hit the gym. I've came in. I've completed my objective for the day, which is completing my process. Now that the process has been completed, now I move on to health, being with family, working on other businesses, all right? If you're going to sit here and start over trading, oversizing, that's what's going to lead to burnout. That's what's going to lead to blown accounts, all right? So go into the weekend happy, right? Like why sit here and blow some accounts? Like just go into the weekend happy. Enjoy yourself instead of frustrating yourself by sitting here and clicking the button too many times. All right? So happy Friday. I'm going to go and stand on my words. My actions are aligning with my words. I'm done. I'm closing up shop. All right? So just want to take a moment to say thank you as well. Thank you for everyone that has been showing up to the live streams. I greatly appreciate all of the questions, all of the information. It really is a pleasure to be working with other like-minded professionals, getting to go over this business with other people. It's providing so many more learning opportunities than if we did this on our own. So let's keep showing up. Let's keep working. Let's keep learning. Happy Friday. I hope to see you all on Monday. We'll be right back here on Monday. So have a nice weekend. Enjoy some time off. Go touch some grass. Be with some family. And I will see you all on Monday. Have a nice weekend, everyone.